Hey yo, what's good world? It's your boy Denzil Porter representing for the Bronx, New York, and you're watching Jukely Live. Stay tuned.
Start out, could you tell me a little bit about growing up in the Bronx and how that helped you decide you wanted to pursue music?
Growing up in the Bronx is definitely like a huge part of influencing what I do because the stories, everything we go through, from the good to the bad, from the crimes to the jobs, everything, you know, just the struggles in the Bronx and the good times in the Bronx, it makes these stories that help me write. And I'm a storyteller, so that's what I do best. So it kind of goes hand in hand.
Mm-hmm. And how'd you get started establishing yourself? When did you know you wanted to become a musician?
Oh, I've been making music since I was in 3rd grade, you know, since I like learned how to rhyme basically, you know, and around high school, I started getting into battles and stuff like that. I started becoming more competitive. And I built a studio inside my room. And from there, it was like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. Like all the way, I started looking into maybe even going to school for, you know, engineering and stuff like that. Like this is what I'm gonna do. So probably around 15, 16 is where, you know, I decided this is it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And at that point, did you did you always perform under the name Denzil Porter?
Nah, I had another name. I used to go by Young Flame. Yeah, back in high school, they used to call me Young Flame. Mm-hmm. It was a name given to me on my block. I'm from 238th Street. And, you know, because I was young and hot boy and all that stuff. So that's why, you know, they used to call me that. But then I did a record called Intuition. Mm-hmm. And the song was so mature. And even, you know, the style of music that I liked, you know, I listened to Common and Lupe Fiasco. And these guys, they had like the names. I needed to use a more mature name. That's how I felt. Mm. So, you know, right, it was right under my nose, you know, I used my real name, Denzil Porter, you know, and like, it resonated with people a little bit better than my previous name. Mm-hmm. So now, you know, with the music I make, which is a little bit more mature than I used to, that's why I decided to roll with my real name.
Cool. So do you do less of the competition stuff now that you feel like your music is more mature, or do you still do a lot of that?
I don't know. If it comes my way, I get into it. That's how hip-hop is, you know, that's how we grew up. In the Bronx, that's a huge thing too. When growing up in high school, you would get into a battle just sitting there. You could just be on the train listening to music, and somebody will, hey, you rap? Yeah, all right, so let's do it. You know, so the competition, that is second nature for me.
Is that how you write your songs that you plan on recording too? Do you sort of start with the lyrics and come up with things, or do you sort of?
No, I have to get inspired by something. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Something's going on in my life. My most recent project that I was working on is special to me because it was inspired. Like it feels like it was inspired by, like, I reached inside myself for inspiration, which is you know, a very dope thing, because usually we reach outside for inspiration. Something will happen on the streets, we're inspired by that and stuff like that. But this particular project, my next one, is like from inside of me, you know what I mean? So.
Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit more about your next project. What's it called?
Oh, project that's coming out next, Semantics of Mr. Porter, and I just finished it yesterday.
Oh wow!
So, yeah, so I can't even. I don't even want to give a description, but it is touching. It is more of me. Mm-hmm. You know, like my project Porter's Pot, homemade music. Those were compilations kind of things, like where you'd see different styles and what I could do, and just showing you guys my potential and everything. But this project is more talking from what I'm going through, what I went through, and you get to hear about, you know, stuff like relationship issues and, you know, my daughter and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So what other things other than rap are you pursuing? Do you have other things, or are you focused mostly on your music?
Yeah, I kind of got to focus on music. It's like I'm addicted. Mm. It's really what I do. Other than rap, you could catch me engineering. You know, a song. It's really all music. Everything I do is music.
I asked because when I was looking you up online, I found this shirt design that you.
Oh, okay.
With a shirt design. If you want to tell me a little bit about that.
Well, what do you need to know?
Did you come up with that?
Yeah, I definitely did. Like, cause a lot of people say, oh, you know, like being a smoker, I am. We hear this a lot. Like, yo, man, yo, I hope my clothes don't smell like weed. You know what I mean? So, being a smoker, we hope our weed don't smell like clothes, because that means it's not good weed. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what inspired this. And what was interesting about this is when I went on my first tour, I had a lot of I had merchandise for myself, but it was like just names and stuff, and it wasn't really pushing. And then on tour, I was talking to my homeboy Skyrider from Arizona, and he told me, you can't be a new artist and expect people to be like a billboard for you, bro. You have to have something creative. So that's when this came up, and I had it shipped to me, and like, you know, we kind of was running short on tour because it was like an independent tour, and this kind of brought us home. So shouts to the weed smokers across America from here to Arizona.
That's awesome. So, can you tell me a little bit about what you like about performing? What's your favorite part about performing?
Oh, performing is everything. I think what I come from is performing. The first time I rode around, it was like 3 or 4 of us, like 3rd grade, like I said, and we, you know, said, yo, tomorrow we're gonna meet up in the park, and we're gonna rap right here, and that's performing right there. You know what I mean? Like, I think performing is everything, from the lunchroom table to on the stage. You could write a dope song, but how do you deliver it? So it's everything for me. My favorite part about performing is actually interacting with the people, seeing their faces and how they resonate with the new songs. That's one thing I like to do. I like to do a fresh song on stage just to see if it works before I even put it out. You know, so some people out there have heard songs that they've partied to these songs, they've enjoyed it, they've thrown their friends up in the air to these songs that haven't even reached the world yet. Just because I use the performing for everything, even just to test a record. Yo, let's test this out. You know what I mean? So that performance is everything.
You ever run into a moment where people aren't really resonating with the song?
Of course, but it's really performance. Like, as an MC, it's how you manipulate that. You know what I mean? Like, man, I don't even remember my last bad performance. From a crowd of 5 to a crowd of 5,000, I don't remember, because I just know what to do at this point as an MC. Like, if the crowd is, I'm not gonna perform like, I'm gonna work to change that mood.
Right.
You know, I'm not gonna fight with the crowd. I'm gonna work with the crowd. You know, so yeah, as an MC, I don't remember the last time.
You've gotten too good at it.
Yeah.
So I'm curious a little bit about Team Backpack. I know you did recently, it was on YouTube, there was you doing a battle with, I forget who it was. Ilmat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so could you tell me a little bit more about that, what Team Backpack is, what that's about?
Team Backpack is a platform that a lot of, that should be like greatly appreciated in the hip hop realm at the moment, because when I was introduced to Team Backpack, lyricism wasn't really getting the attention that it deserved, because, you know, as hip hop, lyricism is what it is. We have to have lyrics, we have to teach, we have to show people what's going on, and like, you punchlines, even wordsmiths and certain techniques, it's not getting recognized on a mainstream level, you know. So Team Backpack is a platform mainly on the internet, which is now kind of mainstream, and it kind of focused on the technique, the style, and what we as hip hop artists have been working on since we were 8 years old, like, trying to be the best. Like, it focused on that, and that was a platform for that. So once I was introduced to Team Backpack, I kind of like fit right in. Like, oh, it's very competitive. You know, it's a cipher. We're not battling each other. We're trying to show off. We're trying to show who's better. You know what I mean? Like, and we get to or talk about everything rather than just talk about one person. That's the difference between battle rap and cipher, where battle rap is very amazing too. But it's like I'll be directing these lines at you, so it's just for you, you know. But with a cipher, I could direct these lines at everybody. I could direct it at the government. I could direct it at the people. I could direct it at myself. There's a Team Backpack OCD. That's me, Chris Rivers, and Osmond Benjamin, where we were directing punchline, where we battled each other after, you know, going through a cipher moment. Like, it's just way more fun. Team Backpack is like it's like a platform for I want to say real lyricists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So are there any like up and coming rappers that you're listening to now that you really enjoy?
Yeah, Osmond Benjamin and
Mm-hmm.
Chris Rivers. Yeah, Connie Diamond. I'm listening to a lot of up and coming rappers.
Mm-hmm.
Who I'm vibing to right now, or who I'm getting ready for, is OCD. Because we have a project coming out and it's gonna be crazy.
What do you look for when you hear them? Like, what makes you say like, oh, that guy's good, that guy?
Oh, just like every artist, like, you know, if you hear something that somebody's doing that you like, oh, why didn't I think of that? Or like, can I do that? You know what I mean? That's when it hits you. So with like Chris and Oz, we all have these ups on each other, which is like, yo, wow, I gotta catch something like that. Or like, it makes you want to get better. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm like resonating with them right at the moment. Like, yeah.
So you told me you just finished your new project. So where do you hope to take your career now? What's the dream? Where are you trying to go now from here?
Man, the sky has no limits, man. I don't even know how to answer that. I'm trying to, you know, there's always that next level. You know, that's where I'm trying to be. I don't know if it's mainstream. I really want to go on the road.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really want to take everything that I'm doing here on the road, like from place to place, just to show the world. And yeah, that's where I want to go. Next is the world.
Look, now I need the world in my room with her clothes off, posed off, giving a double six until she doze off, going hard until I grow soft. And when I'm coming, you gon' feel that rumbling as I get loads off. Even on